And another big twist, in fact, in the pellet gun row. Top sources have told Times Now that a high-level meeting has been called at police headquarters. DCP ordered firing but wasn't present at the location. So this is what we have learnt at this point in time. A high-level meeting has been called at police headquarters to discuss the issues arising from this general diary entry that claims a DCP rank officer ordered the firing of a pellet gun. Officials say DCP, who allegedly ordered the firing of the pellet, was not even present at the location mentioned in the general diary. This is what sources have told Times Now. Let's straight away go across to my colleague Priyank Tripathi joining us live right now for more on this. Priyank, Times Now's news break is causing ripples, and now we are getting to know that a high-level meeting has been called at police headquarters.
You're absolutely right, Hina, because the manner in which the bureaucratic structure has been hit by this particular single sheet of paper is very alarming, because everyone is trying to save their skin. Who's telling the truth, who's telling the lie is certainly something which need to be unearthed. What my sources have been indicating, that there's a name of a particular DCP which has been mentioned in this particular GD entry. He was not the DCP of Zone 1. There was some other DCP who is posted at a different branch. He was the one, and I have spoken to that DCP also. His area was the one which was designated at zone number 1, and no firing incident happened. Yes, on the other side, the name of the DCP which has been mentioned in this particular GD entry as a DCP of zone 1 was present at some other location where, yes, some firing shots were heard. We exactly don't know that whether it was pellet gun, whether it was a pump gun, or it was the noise of the tear shell weapon which has been used by the paramilitary forces or by the Delhi police official. RAF was deployed, Delhi police was deployed. So the bureaucrats are certainly in a state of flux, I would say, where they have been trying to shield them, while there have been series of posts which has come out, and the CGI has also taken note of it. The manner in which the police action has taken to an excessive turn, where everyone is being questioned for the action which happened on 28th, 21st and 23rd. Let me tell you to our viewers, considering this particular point of view, the Delhi Police Commissioner has called one more major meeting where all the DCPs and the gazetted officers of the Delhi Police have been called for the meeting, where certainly the further strategy of the Delhi Police will be decided. But this point, that how the pellet gun were used, could be the main crux of the meeting, where the officers have rushed to the Delhi Police headquarters, where the meeting has begun shortly back now.
Right, Priyank. Now the question is that plastic pellets were used in this particular protest. Now, one thing is absolutely clear. The question is who really ordered it. But I want to specifically focus on the fact how Delhi police initially completely denied the use of pellet guns in this particular protest. It's like the case of left hand not knowing what the right hand is up to.
Absolutely right, and that is the thing which has made this case more murkier. We exactly wanted to unearth that what is the real cause, because if you remember, the first tweet came out from the Delhi police, which was also backed by the Press Information Bureau. It was named as a fact check, which came on the Delhi police Twitter handle, X handle, and then also from the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting. Then later in the stage, when I personally met Irshad, one of the victims, it could have been easily identified in the manner in which those sharpness were struck on his body. They were spread of wounds which were there on his right shoulder. It was establishing that it was pellet gun. And when I spoke to Irshad also, he said that he saw a triangular shape of structure which was on the front of this particular barrel of the gun, which can be identified by a person. Like, I have been covering forces since a long time period, so I can identify that what is a pellet gun, what is a pump gun. For the normal human being, it was a different kind of make of the barrel of the gun. Now the second point is that when we've tried to highlight and when we got to know about all these victims in this case, there have been series of denial which came out. The central forces have been denying, the RAF has refused to give any kind of comment regarding this. The Delhi police is maintaining status quo after the tweet which came out from their side. Now the meeting which has initiated, which has started at the Delhi police headquarters regarding this particular GD entry, which has been indicating that there's a blame game which has started in between two of the forces which were deployed on the ground to maintain law and order, where the names have been changed, the zones have been changed, the allegation from one agency is being made on the other agency is certainly making this case more complex. Certainly we'll have to wait and watch what
one more point. The details that you've shared with us, they also mentioned that like you also explained to us, that the DCP mentioned in the general diary who was recorded as being present in Zone 1 was not actually there. I mean, how should we interpret this? Are attempts being made to save somebody? Because what explains this discrepancy? This raises questions on what was mentioned in the general diary as well.
These are circumstantial evidences, I would say, now, because we are probing a case against those officials who are supposed to probe the larger conspiracy in this case. That's the irony of the system, that we have to chase those people who are supposed to chase the goons. Now, coming back to the point, the GD entry, which is a general diary entry, was mentioning a time of 1:28 or 1:24 in the midnight, which means that the GD entry was made to be written in between the intervening night of 21st and 22nd. But actually the incident had happened on 20th. So what took so long for the person in uniform to come to Parliament Street Police Station, where he could have been deployed? He could have easily gone, since by late evening things were settling down. The senior officers were deployed there so that they can go to the police station and make an entry, because they had also used the MO. Everything which is in the government record, it has to be mentioned on paper. If you have used some bullet, it has to be mentioned. If you have used some tear shell, it has to be mentioned before that particular location. But the timing is making this more murkier, because the information of the tear shell being used came on 21st. It did not come on 20th. The information came on 21st. On 21st night itself, in the intervening night of 21st and 22nd, this entry was made, which is making this case more complex. Let's see how the truth will come out, because the Supreme Court has also ordered a high power committee which will be looking into several aspects of this case. Obviously, those FIR quashing which has been demanded by the CJP could be taken as null and void, because the apex body will be looking into all aspects of this investigation. On one side, those 3,000 accused who were present at the location doing arsing are under the scanner, but certainly on the other side, where the men in uniform who use excessive force, I would say, against the student are also under scrutiny. And obviously we are keeping a close watch on the development which is happening here in the national capital.
Right, Priyank, thank you very much for the moment, for joining us with all of those details. We will slip into a very, very short break, coming back with lots more. Don't go anywhere.